Philly sports, love and pain. I'm Dave. That's Kenny.
And it was a magical Sunday. Magic is the key word here. Magic. Magical.
Magic.
Landover's a shithole. And
It's too bad that we were in Andover because, I don't really know if anyone would go to Andover if it were, if it weren't for, the game.
could you imagine putting a check next to that on the census? I live here, and I'm proud of it. The fucking worst place.
That stadium is basically on its last leg, falling apart. Looks old as shit.
I just repaint it.
I don't know.
So
we were down there this weekend, me and Kenny and a couple of our buddies, and we got to witness that debauchery live and in person.
With boring second half, if we're being honest.
Like 80% of Philly fans in the stadium. It was fucking insane.
I was like a chicken shawarma out there. It was so fucking hot.
It was hot as fuck.
It was brutal.
We're looking at the forecast like, oh, it's going to be like 80 and it's going to be like cloudy and it's going to rain maybe. No, it was not fucking cloudy. The fucking sun was out the whole time. Sweating my balls off up. Whatever. It was hot.
It was hot. That's the thing with the September games. Honestly, though, I would take that over 11 degrees.
11 degrees is rough, yeah.
Yeah, so, But with that being said, Eagles sure do look yummy. I don't know why I picked that adjective, but they certainly look yummy.
Dare I say Super Bowl.
To the left is a Super Bowl. To the right is a Super Bowl. Super Bowl.
It's too early, right?
Yeah, they look good. But you can't claim Super Bowl. And then now we have a feisty Jaguars. We have a feisty Jaguars team. Old Dougie P, who, by the way, I think he's not going to get booed. Where are you at?
Dougie Fresh. Listen here. You want to talk about Jaguars first?
Yeah, fuck it.
If you boo Doug, you're an idiot.
You're a piece of shit.
You're a piece of shit. Piece of shit idiot.
Honestly.
You can't boo Doug. You guys can't boo Doug.
No, you can't. And I think you got the raw deal because at the end, listen.
He was part of it.
Phone. Oh my God. Okay,
I'm back. He was part of it, though.
Oh, of course. But I also think that the franchise was like, all right, well, we're going to pick between Wentz or Doug, and they thought Wentz still had something in the tank, which, I don't really fault them, and it's landed us Nikolai, who I have come to love very much. So it worked out, but I think Doug got the raw deal here. So let's just, for once, maybe just, let's skip the booze.
Nick is such a goober. I love
it.
So great.
How do you not? How do you boo the coach though? There's no.
How do you even do that? Yeah.
I don't know how you can do that.
I guess. I don't like as soon as you see him hit the field, you hear boos. I don't know. You should put it this way. You shouldn't hear any extra amount of you normally hear boos, right? When the players come out of the tunnel. It shouldn't be an eruption of boos right. It shouldn't be an eruption of boos.
Okay.
Exactly.
So I have a dilemma and I don't know what to do.
Spill your guts.
Do you have it? Guts. Dun, 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 dun,
you have it. Guts.
Get the Mo and get a piece of the aggro crack.
The aggro cag.
I got a tangent. Great. This is good.
Nickelodeon sponsor us.
Yeah. Oh my Nickelodeon. Although they're in legal trouble.
So would we be if we were sponsored by Nickelodeon.
It would be funny as shit. We probably couldn't say cunt anymore though. I have to drive out to Pittsburgh.
Oh no! When?
Friday.
When do you come home?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Your boy is in another wedding.
Oh my God! You have too many friends.
I hate them all. Just kidding. Love you, John. Can't wait to celebrate your wedding. Your second one.
Hey,
even though you told me that I wouldn't have to get a tux, but now I got to get a tux, so you lied. You son of a bitch. It's kind of a big dilemma. So my initial thought was to drive as far as I could drive and then let Chrissy take over. so I could watch in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Or we do the wedding, and it's a farm wedding, so it's at his house, and we're staying there. So it feels like we could just kind of go to bed when we wanted to,
Okay.
and wake up at 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That puts
Well,
that puts
I've
us in the
seen
driveway
you.
at like 12:30.
I've seen you in party mode. I don't know if you're capable of that. Just gonna be honest.
The problem with party mode is that I have to get us most of the way on the turnpike, right?
Yeah. So you can't really go party mode.
And I think I'm okay with it.
Nothing
Before
wrong
I
with
was
that.
like, it's the Jaguars. They should fucking whoop them. But now I'm like, I'm a little worried. They got a decent squad.
All right. Well, let's do this. Let's talk about this Washington game. Put this to bed because I really would like to talk about this Jaguar game because
So the only thing that matters from the Redskin Commanders. The only thing that matters from that game, and there's one very key important thing that matters from this game, is that Jalen Hurts at the end of the half didn't wait for a play call, didn't do anything, audibled. He made route decisions and ran to the line and chucked a beautiful ball to Smith, and Smith caught that bitch on the 2, I think it was, and that was right in front of us. And honestly, we just assumed. I mean, I did at least that was the play call. But
they called 2 plays or something. Yeah.
But they didn't. So kudos to him, and I was thoroughly impressed. Thoroughly.
I'll tell you what. There are a lot of things that I love about a good quarterback, but one of them is the ability to go hot route, and fucking get a touchdown. Like that's fucking up there, dude.
It was beautiful.
That was incredible. And there's a couple. It's like Jalen Hurts is on a fucking bender right now of amazing football. And
hey, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
His second halves are lackluster, but I don't think it's his fault totally. I think that they're just they're putting themselves up so far that they don't need to try any crazy shit in the second half. Like
Well, what do you want them like? When I say what do you want them to do, I'm just talking about Philadelphia in general.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah,
because I've heard a lot of shit. I even listened to 97.5 and I had to turn it off. I can't. They're just
people
so
complaining about second half.
Yeah, they're just so stupid. Everything is a complaint. No one could just take for what it is. Listen, Philadelphia. It's okay to take something on the surface of what it is instead of trying to dig it and tear it to fucking shreds. Okay? You freaking bitch.
You know what? Here's the thing, man. You know how like you just called the entire city a bitch.
I did.
Here's the thing I think about. Like, it's almost like a relationship, right? Like an old relationship, and you had that relationship, and it wasn't the best, and you came out of it all scarred and beaten and bruised, not literally, but you know what I'm saying, and
depends,
and now the time has come for you to accept another relationship, and not only do you have walls built, but you have fucking nuclear power plant thick walls built and between you and a quarterback. Okay. That's where we are right now. That's where we are as a city. And some people are not there. Some people are the ones that blindly walk into every relationship and they're like, this is going to be the fucking greatest relationship ever. Every relationship. And then there's the complete opposite of that, who once you get to that wall, you don't go fucking through that wall, and you can't. I think that's where we are as a city right now with Jalen Hurts as a city.
I just don't know what more people want. Do you want his first son? What more do you want?
I don't know. I don't know.
At the end of the day, you can't blame Hurts.
What could you even blame Hurts for right now?
So many things happened today on Twitter. Emmanuel Ancho's stupid ass fucking comparison.
Okay, good.
This dude.
This guy's out of his fucking mind.
He's 9-1 against what I would consider cupcake opponents.
Let me show you this right here. Look at this. Look at this. We got this guy. 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 Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
They said he was 1 for 5, and they only put 4 quarterbacks up against the elite side. So, I guess that's Dak twice, right? That
think
makes
so.
sense.
Yeah.
But anyway, Apple to or quarterback to quarterback comparisons mean absolutely nothing.
You didn't know Jalen Hurts played safety? It's
I
stupid.
can't with
It's
this
the worst.
fucking.
That's actually worse. That's actually worse than like wins and losses for pitchers, because I also think that that's a bullshit stat. And that's a bullshit number that should not be talked about, because pitchers have nothing to fucking do. Not nothing. They don't control anything that you do offensively. Like literally nothing. So
Right,
it's the same thing.
we've seen pitchers go into the ninth complete game shutout, and
Lose.
and our team hasn't put up a run.
You can't blame. You can't talk. You cannot do a whole segment on fucking ESPN about how the guy who's playing the best quarterback right now in the game of football in the NFL can't because he's not like elite yet, because he can't beat the good quarterbacks. It's such a dumb, stupid, tired argument. Quarterbacks don't compete against quarterbacks. It doesn't make sense.
It's comparing a safety stats against an offensive lineman stats. It's exactly what it is.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's stupid.
Is it true that they have not, as a team, beaten a team with an elite quarterback? Yes, that is true. But that's not on Hurts.
Is elite considered?
And what's
opinion?
elite? What's elite? Because
That's kind of my point.
let's go down that rabbit hole. You want to talk about like elite, right? Who would you say? Who would you even say is an elite passer or a quarterback? Don't even say passer. Quarterback.
Mahomes.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers.
I'm just gonna give you their. I'm gonna give you their rankings right now in the season.
Yeah, that's fine. So
as far as passers go,
Mahomes.
So Mahomes 6.
Okay, Aaron Rodgers
7.
Tom Brady, but I think he's struggling.
5.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I honestly would put Matt Stafford in it just because I think he is a good quarterback.
9.
I'm
going, but by the way, people, I'm using PFF.
Oh, God. I mean, Hurts, at this point in the season, I think you can put him in the category.
It's interesting that you should say that.
Number
one.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts is the number 1 passer in the, according to PFF, by 8 points.
Who's number 2?
Number 2 is Tua, who is that? They have Jalen Hurts ranked at 88.2. Tua is 76.4.
And then who's 3? Just to round it up.
Number 3 is Lamar at 75.7. So not only is Jalen Hurts ahead in number 1, he's number 1 by a margin.
Can we?
Like, that's how good he's fucking playing right now, and people are looking for things to complain about. What we
also need to talk about what Jack Del Rio in Washington decided to do Sunday, I guess, at this point. So they go, okay, we're not going to let Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, I can't believe I'm saying this, and Gainwell beat us. We're not going to allow you, and Hurts his legs to beat us, right? We dare you, Jalen Hurts, to beat us. We dare you to do it with your fucking arm. And he did it in 30 minutes. 30 fucking minutes. Embarrassed that franchise right off the field. So
yeah, listen, not only did they want him, the people in the stands wanted it too. I don't know if you remember hearing that guy, but
which one?
The guy that was like a couple rows back behind us, he's like, "That's right, bitch. You're going to be on the ground all fucking day. Try to run the ball against us, bitch. You're going to have to throw it, bitch. You're going to have to throw it. You're going to have to throw it." And then all of a sudden he starts throwing it, and the guy fucking got silent.
And then his quarterback got sacked 9 times.
Dead silent. It was funny.
Yeah,
we couldn't even argue with the fans.
No, they're a poverty franchise, and they're all sad. You can just see how dejected, and they're like a dog that has been beaten, battered in the corner, and you're like, stop shitting in the house, and then you're like, oh God, he can't help himself. He has Crohn's.
Oh man.
No, I think where we are with Jalen Hurts is very, 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 very surprising, I think, for a lot of us. I didn't think we'd get here so early. I am still cautious, which is okay to be cautious in this situation. and he has grown a lot. A lot of growth, man. A lot, a lot, a lot. It helps when you have
this is
swole
everything that
Batman, skinny Batman, and fast Batman.
That's right. We got the Batman trio. And I heard, I was actually, did you remember hearing that shady post game interview? And he was like, I don't have a nickname right yet.
Oh yeah. I do remember that actually. That was you said
Miles
shady,
Sanders.
but you meant
Miles
Sanders.
Miles
Yeah.
Sanders. Sorry.
Yeah, he was funny actually. That was actually fucking laugh out. I remember this is so fucking funny that you just brought that up because I remember I must have passed out for like an hour or something, right? I don't remember, and I just woke up and I heard Sanders, and then I just immediately opened the Wawa hoagie without even taking a breath and just engulfed it. I was just like,
oh man, that's great. But no, I just the guy's playing legendary football right now, and like, just there's no reason to get in his way right now. They just posted a video today. The Eagles did of Hurts like doing a chat inside the locker room, and it's just like fucking run through anything right now. Like
he's a leader.
He's a complete leader, and we're not gonna. He's a complete. He very much is a leader, and
Some would say Bryce Harper's not a leader.
Yep, someone would.
You're wrong.
It's not fair. We have a voice, Kenny. I'll let him come on and argue with me. Jason, I know that you'll probably hear this. You can come on here and argue with me about Bryce Harper in the off season, okay?
That's fair.
So, guys, get behind Jalen Hurts. The dude's fucking legit. And I think that if you don't get behind him, you're going to have a sad few years ahead of you. So, I think they're going to be looking.
They're already potentially working a mid-season deal, which is good because the Eagles have never lost that, that battle, I'll call it. They've always done a good job with the mid-season signing. So, I don't know.
There is concern there that I have, like, just because, like, once you start paying dudes like that, like, it's harder to fill the basket, if you know what I'm saying. So, like right now, they don't have to worry about that.
There's no reason to believe that Howie can't fix himself out right out of it.
Listen, if we trust anybody with a fucking salary cap, it's Howie.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of how I feel about it.
Devontae Smith was on another level on Sunday.
Can you please stop being so fucking disrespectful? It's skinny Batman.
Skinny fucking Batman was fucking.
He looked like
elusive.
a Heisman winner, didn't he?
Dude, like, those catches that he made were just nasty.
I think you're going to see a lot of Eagles wide receivers over 80 yards, and the third one's just not going to do dick. So you're going to see this. You're going to see this like pattern. You know what I mean? So next week it could be fast Batman and swole Batman.
Yep.
So I mean, it's if you have 3 wide receivers over 85 yards, you're not losing the game. You shouldn't.
No. And I watched a video breakdown today of a Hurts throw, the one to Smith down the sideline, the shot throw, and Orlovsky broke it down. I never even knew. Yeah, he said something that I never knew because I'm not an NFL quarterback. He said that there's certain things that you do on these go routes, and one of them is 3-step drop and hitch, right? Which he did perfectly, but that's not the big deal. The big deal was 2 things. First of all, as soon as he snapped that ball, he stared down the left side of the field where AJ Brown was, and what that did was freeze the safety. He froze the safety in the middle of the field, and then he bombed.
Can I interject?
Go ahead.
How much of that is Hurts freezing the safety or AJ Brown freezing the safety?
Either way, Hurts was looking there.
So my point, what I'm trying to get at is I think the growth there with Hurts is because you have such an elite wide receiver core that you're able to do what you need to do by freezing the safety by just staring at AJ Brown.
Because the safety is worried about AJ Brown.
Oh yeah, and it's not even AJ Brown's ability to catch the ball, which is crazy to say out loud. It's the yak, man. It's yards after catch with, and I've been preaching that since we started this, but I've been preaching that my whole football life. You know what I mean? I think it's probably the most important stat. But
so he freezes the safety. They're in single high. He freezes that safety and he unloads the ball to Smith. down the sideline.
Kiss missile.
And Orlovsky says this route is a 44-yard route. And he this is supposedly a thing. I don't have any way to check this, but this is what he said on fucking. I trust Orlovsky. I actually like him a lot. Jalen Hurts threw this ball exactly 44 yards, and it's supposed to land 2 yards inside from the sideline. It fucking landed 44 yards and 2 yards in from the fucking dude. Like, he's making perfect throws like that. I'm in. I don't need to see literally anything else. I don't care who's playing defense. I don't care anything about that. Dude's making throws now that we haven't seen him make. I am now convinced that he can.
But they only beat the Lions and the Commanders.
That's true. They did. They only beat the Lions and the Commanders, but they also beat the Vikings, who will probably compete for the division in the North. And so who do they need to beat? Right?
And I don't think the Lions don't compete either.
I do think. No, I don't think that they suck. Yeah. But I do understand that argument. Like, I get it. Like, I have those thoughts sometimes. Like, who they be, But then
you can only play who you got on your schedule, brother.
Exactly. And you start thinking about it, and it's like, well, who's fucking elite? Who's good? It's hard to even decide who's good in the
especially
NFL.
In week 3.
Okay. So let's just ride this because, dude, Hurts is a baller. Smith is a baller. Brown is a baller. Goddard is a baller. This team is stacked with dudes who want to ball.
Do they have the best secondary in the league?
I really think they might.
It's close. Most certainly close.
The coverage is unfucking believable. Like, it's unbelievable.
Epps is good, man. I knew that. I had a strong feeling about Epps last year. It took him a little time to get going, but he looks great out there.
I don't really know. They just have a thing. They just have a thing going right now.
Who's the other safety? I'm drawing a blank.
I don't even know what it is. What it is, man.
Do you know who the safety is?
Yes, I do.
Who is it?
Not right now.
Oh,
I can't think.
Me either.
Of that because my brain was somewhere. Who'd you name? Did you name Gardner Johnson?
Oh, that's who it is. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, okay.
So they might have the best second, and Avonte Maddox in the slot. Show me the flaw. I still am waiting for the flaw.
Yeah, you said that before, and you're right. I mean, think about the pass rush, dude.
Yeah.
Fletcher Cox looks like he's 21 years old again.
Yeah, that was
suddenly out of nowhere.
Well, I don't know how much of that was like a Wentz, fuck Wentz.
They showed them like hugging, like dapping up each other before the game.
Yeah, of course. And I don't think that they're not, homies.
No, I know. It's just funny.
I'd be fucking you up if I had the opportunity.
They were fucking feasting, man. He holds the ball a little long, but they were feasting. Like, they were in the backfield. Like,
listen, if you get 4 sacks, you're having a fucking good game.
They had 5 in the first half.
No, I thought, yeah.
They had 5 in the first half and 9 for the game.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I know, like, we should taper. That's the word I want to say. Taper expectations.
Temper.
What did I say? Taper? Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, we should be doing that, but it's just I don't know where the flaw is because Gannon looks particularly decent. I mean, I think he's making the right calls right now. The only thing that I'm worried about is that the OC's gone.
Week 3. Yeah, I mean, he probably already has job offers.
Yeah, week 3, and this dude's already gone.
Well, what do you mean he's gone?
There's no way he's here next year.
Oh, you just mean like you think someone's gonna grab him?
I mean, and Jay said it best in the car. He's like, defensive coordinators don't really get the rep. You know what I mean? They don't. Who wants to add? That's boring. That's not fun.
Yeah, everybody wants the hot offensive coordinator as their head
unless your name's Eric and you happen to be the OC for Kansas City because you're a fraud.
Apparently,
we've been fucking calling that for years.
Yeah, he's a fraud apparently because nobody's banging down that door.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
Fucking Dougie P coming back.
So the Birds did easy light work really against the Redskins.
And
They were up 24-0 at the halftime.
no
They
tight
took
end
they
play,
cut their
right?
throats. Cut their throats. No, so you know what? I would expect, just like we expected Smith to go off after Brown went off, Goddard to have a game this weekend. Now, is it going to be enough? Kenny, I think they lose this weekend.
It would be it would be poetic justice, and listen,
And it's not because I think the Jaguars are better than the Eagles, and that's not how the
you
NFL
can't win
works.
them all.
No, you're well, you can, but not many people do. Right? Happened twice, I think. So it's never happened with 17 games. You're not going to win every game, and do you want? If you could pick a loss on the schedule, this is
AFC
one of
South.
them. Yeah, like it doesn't mean anything.
Well, look at Kansas City. They lost, right?
Yeah.
Buffalo lost.
Yep.
Chargers lost. I mean, the list goes on and on.
But Buffalo lost the division game.
Yeah. No.
That
I'm just saying
that hurts. That hurts.
Yeah, it's just you're not going to win them all. And games that you're expected to. It never made sense that Miami's in the AFC East. I just don't get it.
I know.
There has to be a better reroute of that division.
So like you have the Jags. I mean the one thing that makes me think like, okay, maybe they will win. Maybe they will like survive this because like they are high on emotion right now, man. They are like hype as fuck. And it's hard to be focused and execute the way that they have when you're like, man, do they really not watch TV? Like, do they really, really not listen? Do they really not? I don't know. I really don't know. But if you turn on anything or any TV or any radio, all you're hearing is the Eagles are the best team in the fucking football right now. So like that's scary to be there. And they have Arizona that like looming, right? And it's a road game in Arizona. And that's a pretty big game when it comes to like NFC competition.
Is it?
Well, yeah, because they're going to be in the top of the NFC.
Who's in that division?
So you know what I mean? Like they're going to be in the top.
Who's in that division?
Let's see. It's the
Niners,
it's the
Seattle, and who's the other one?
Rams.
All right, so I've kind of forgot about the Rams. So maybe they'll be fighting for a wild card spot. I just don't see how the Eagles can't win the division. I mean, and going away winning the division,
I mean, if I had to, if you had to make like some kind of a statement right now about the division, I feel like with what we've seen from them, and what we've seen from the other teams in the division after 3 weeks, if they don't win the division, something is really wrong.
Something bad has happened.
Yeah, because they are light years better than the Giants and the Reds. They're the Commanders for sure. The Cowboys, I don't know. They can play defense, so they're gonna hang in games. I think more, but like, I don't know. I don't see them losing this division. I really don't.
No way.
So you got the Jaguars this weekend. It's a home game. They're 7-point favorites, and I mean
Jaguars line at least.
Jaguars cover.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, are the Jaguars going to be able to score? Like, I
don't know. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is playing really good football too, so you have that to account for. The running back James Robinson, he's really fucking good.
Yeah, he's balling out.
I mean, I don't even know who their wide receivers are. Who's number one. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
I think Zay Jones is their number.
Oh, Christian Kirk too.
Yeah.
Who's actually, remember everyone's dogging that signing. He's actually doing pretty well for 3 weeks.
Yeah, Zay Jones had I think he had like 10 catches last week or something. I remember seeing it.
They got a decent little squad over there.
So, is it impossible for them to lose? No, I really don't think it is. And it sucks because it's against Doug, and obviously we don't want to just lose to Doug, but
Give Doug the win. I don't give a fuck. So what happens prediction wise? Eagles lose by a touchdown. Jalen Hurts 330, 3 touchdowns. What do we do? Is it panic? Is it ring the alarm? Could have been deer long.
um, is it so you're saying what would have to happen this weekend for me to be panicking?
Not just you. Yes, I want your opinion, obviously, because you're on the podcast. But I'm also asking, as a whole of Philly.
I think what would make people panic is to lose by 10 or more. Maybe just lose, honestly, unless it's a field goal at the end or some shit, But if they lose the game legit, not on a last second field goal, and if Jalen Hurts has 150 yards passing,
So you need a last year's Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I need a last year before the last couple games Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
For people to be pulling back major on all this talk right now. Everything that we just said, playoffs, winning the division, Super Bowl, MVP, all this shit. And watch what happens if it does happen, in the odds and all that shit. Jalen Hurts right now is ranked ahead of Patrick Mahomes to win the MVP.
I don't know what you said. Cut out.
Jalen Hurts is ranked ahead of Patrick Mahomes for MVP.
Listen, we learned also in Landover that I mean a lot in real life too. So fuck you all. I mean, so
Did you even do that on purpose? You probably didn't.
Yeah, that's what I did on purpose. Vegas is rarely wrong. They just, and if they're wrong, they're never wrong. Jalen Hurts will finish 10th in the MVP. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
They'll be off of position 1 or 2. They're never more than that. So if Vegas says it, I believe it.
Here's the thing. These odds move and shake and change every week, right? Yeah. So is it really mean that Jalen Hurts has a better chance to win MVP than Mahomes? At the end of the day, I think no. But as of right now, yeah, that's what that means right now.
Problem is that the Chiefs are definitely missing Hill.
Oh yeah. Which,
by the way, my lock of the century is Tyreek Hill over. He hates Eli Apple. Hates him.
I know. Did you see the interview?
Yeah, I love it. I'm in. $1,000 on Tyreek Hill's over. Thousands.
He was clapping. I mean, what do you think they're gonna? Where are they gonna set it at? 90?
It's probably 96.
Oh God, that's high.
I know, but I feel it in my heart. Eli Apple is dog shit. He's not good.
You think they're gonna just let him cover him by himself? That's not gonna be what they do.
Well, I'm gonna find out. Do you think it's out?
They're gonna bracket the fuck out of that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not gonna let him just.
Here's the problem: the Bengals need to keep winning if they want to. They want to do anything.
Yeah, they're 1-2, I think, right?
Yeah.
Had that terrible loss to the Steelers in week 1.
Yeah, and then they had that terrible loss to the fucking Cowboys. They should have won that game.
Yeah. Yep. So you think that Eli Apple gives up the ghost?
I really do think he does.
Well, let's see what he gave up. Let's see what he gave up last week. So who they play? They played the Jets. So to the Jets, Eli Apple gave up 33 yards on 5 targets.
To who?
I mean, they played the Jets, dude.
Poop McBuckfuck.
Elijah Moore and Breece Hall.
Did the Jets
33
lose?
yards. 33 yards isn't a lot, though.
No, he's still terrible. I just fuck the Jets.
Oh man. So What do you know about the Jags secondary?
I know nothing. Who's even on that team?
I will tell you. What would you like to know, Kenny?
I want to know who the safety is.
The one safety.
Give me the whole secondary.
All right, so you got Shaquille Griffin, cornerback.
The brother with the hand.
Tyson Campbell, cornerback, and Trey Herndon, cornerback. That's probably their slot dude. Devin Lloyd, linebacker. Chad Muma, linebacker. Andre Cisco, Their safeties are rough, bro. Andre Cisco and Rashawn Jenkins.
Okay, yeah. So I'm not worried about it. Well, now I'm at a little bit more of an ease than I was at the beginning of this podcast.
Yeah, and like I agree. Actually, I feel much better having looked at the team. Now I gotta believe that they probably have they have a decent pass rush. I mean, Josh Allen is no slouch.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be rushing him, but after that, after Josh Allen, there's nobody who's like major standout.
It's going to be over, so it's what it's going to be. I honestly hope in my heart of hearts that it is a more difficult game and Jalen Hurts balls out and they win, but it's closer. They put up points in the second half and Hurts just takes over the game, so then everyone can just chill the fuck out and like look in the mirror. It's week 4 at this point. So I come on here and I say Super Bowl. I'm realistic. I know that's, you know what I mean? It's a percentage, right? It's like 7% chance,
Yeah.
So I know that, you know that. I would hope that everyone listening knows that. Like, I'm not crowning them Super Bowl champions. I'm crowning them division winners, I think, because I don't like what I see so far. That could change in 8 weeks,
Yeah, I wish they would have run the ball a little better, but like, what are we fucking nitpicking on shit? Like,
And that's my point. And it was known fact that I respect Lily too much to keep saying Redskins, so I'm gonna fucking give it up and just say Commanders. I think everything I know that I've read said that the Commanders were like, "Fuck you, you're not running on us." So yeah, they abandoned the run and he just lit them up like a fucking firecracker.
So they just said, "All right," and here you go.
Yeah, watch me do this instead of watch me run it on your fucking face.
Yeah. Well, if I would have to imagine that as we move into the season further, that teams like the Jaguars and others are going to start game planning differently for the Eagles, and I think.
Well, now, like for the Jaguars, like this is such a good point here that I'm glad you actually brought this up. So for the Jaguars, what do? Do they plan for the run? Do they plan for the pass? They don't know what the fuck to do. I don't know what to fucking do. I don't know what to expect. No one knows what to expect. So this is like probably the greatest thing that you could actually have happen to you right now.
Yeah, what they've done over the first 3 weeks of the season is throw a wrench in everyone's fucking plans.
All 3 games were won differently on the backs of different fucking players. And it's incredible. Like, you can sit here and be like, okay, you're going to shut down our wide receivers? Well, how about our tight ends fucking blow you up? Oh, our tight ends and our wide receivers are done? Well, how about we just gash you? Our linebackers are playing poor. Well, how about our safety and our secondary? They're playing really well. Oh, our secondary is playing poor, but guess who's getting there? Our line and our fucking linebackers. The team as a team is figuring where the flaw is or what the letdown is in the week and picking up the slack around the thing. And the craziest part of all of this, man, is that the backups are fucking good. You know what I mean?
I know. Yeah, I know.
I love Stoll. I'd get a Stoll. If Stoll can get me 5 touchdowns, I'm getting a jersey.
Ooh, 5 touchdowns.
5 Teddy buddies.
Woo!
I love the man.
It's not impossible.
No, I think it's very doable.
We should try to get Stoll on the pod.
Oh my god, I'll DM him every day. I'll just send him dick pics.
No, don't do that.
I'll send him the X-ray. I think we are in a good spot. I think we're in a great spot. I have reality, like we talked about, and I'm good. I'm happy. I'm not nitpicking things. It might be from some of the magic that happened this weekend, maybe, but I just know that I am in a better headspace than I was last week.
I am shocked to hear you be realistic today.
Yeah, I have to. I'm reassessing things, man, because I like them. I like them too much, and in my heart, it's like I just fucking cut me open and green everywhere. You know what I mean? But like
Yeah.
I've been hurt so many times that I gotta reel it in. I'm gonna reel it in.
I saw
And
somebody tweeted today, and it was just like some random tweet. It's like, yo, the first Eagles loss is gonna be like getting shot in the fucking chest.
it really will be. And
Yeah.
the only thing that we can do as a whole is hope it's not.
That's
to the
why
Cowboys.
it has to happen this weekend. It
Yeah.
has to happen this weekend, and here's why. I
Excuse
know
me.
that this sound like no, I never want to root for the team to lose, and I'm not going to root for them to lose. But the reason why it needs to happen this weekend, if it's going to happen before the bye, is because they need to go to Arizona and show that they can fucking beat Kyler Murray.
They need to show that they can beat an elite quarterback. According
I
to
want
Poncho.
I want them to fucking beat Kyler Murray.
Fucking bust of a dumbass linebacker. Couldn't even fucking play Mike, bitch.
And you can't lose to the Cowboys at home on Monday night. It can't happen. So
they really
it
need
has
to
to
get
be
the
this
cowboy
week.
monkey off their back.
it has to be this week if it's going to be. If they win this week, you got to run the table through the bye. You have to.
I actually think they do.
And that totally possible, 100%.
And I think they come out of the bye, they beat the Colts, and then whoever that next game is, it's fleeting me right now. I think it's who they beat.
Well, I think they have a tough run there after the bye. I think it was like the Steelers.
Colts, I know for sure.
They have hold on, I'll bring it. Okay, so it's Steelers, Texans.
Oh, by the way, we're doing a work thing if you can get available.
Okay, talk to me after this.
Yeah, I will. I'll just let you know because I keep forgetting.
Steelers at Texans, home against the Commanders, at the Colts, home against Green Bay, home against Tennessee. Like, you can't go through the schedule and find losses right now because it's just impossible.
I think you got it. I think
There's going to be some ebb and flow, though, that make them lose games, and that's going to be, I think it's going to be Jacksonville, and I think it might be the Colts. I think they might lose that game.
I think they shit stomped the Colts, and I think they end up losing to the Packers
At home.
Is that crazy for me to say that the first loss will be the Packers? Oh my god, could you imagine?
You got them 10-0.
I have them 10-0, and I also know that this city will be so fucking annoying if they lose to the Packers. That would be the first loss, and this city will be like burn it to the fucking ground.
I know. On Thanksgiving fucking weekend. Can you imagine? Great holiday, by the way.
That's number one.
So I think
Actually, 9/11's number one. Thanksgiving's number two.
Oh my god. So if it's gonna fucking happen before the bye, guys, it's got to be this weekend. So just accept it, own it, understand it, let it sink in, and then say, "Let's go fucking beat the Cardinals." If it happens, if they beat the Jags, then okay, then let's strap in because we might be on a fucking ride then.
Caputo tried to bitch me out about how we don't do stats on this podcast, and I would like to say to him, anyone can Google the stats, but what you can't get are two fat guys breathing heavily into a mic talking about the game. So fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fucking bitch. Let me know when you get a year of this under your fucking belt. It's terrible.
You want stats?
Yeah. You want stats? Eagles look good. Commanders look bad. They're your stats.
No, I'll tell you what. Since you brought up stats, I'm not going to go deep because I know you get annoyed at me. But there was a stat that I heard. I don't know where I heard it. Maybe it was even in the game. I don't fucking know. This weekend was the first time ever in franchise history that they have scored 24 points in the first half in 3 games in a row. Let that sink in for a second.
Yeah,
The history of the franchise.
it's impressive.
Guys, like that's fucking crazy. It's crazy. So there's a stat. Let's wrap up the Eagles with that nice little bow.
I have one more stat before we move on.
You got another stat? You don't even like stats. I like it.
Over under how many pens I smoked in the hotel room. Set the bar at 3.5. It's over. Every battery was dead.
You got a pen. You got a pen. You got a pen.
There was a point where I was just like, "Oh, I gotta go to bed. This is this is bad." All right. It was fun. I loved it. I wouldn't go back.
I don't think I would go back either until they get their new stadium.
Or until they legalize gambling so I don't have to sit in a fucking stupid-ass casino with the worst waitress in the whole entire world.
Wow. Good point.
Bad.
Good point.
MGM, bad, Leroy Brown.
Also, figure out your traffic pattern. What the fuck is going on down there? There's like 12 people that live there, and they got fucking all these million cars one way around. Like, what are you guys doing? Fix your driveway.
Fix everything.
You guys make millions of dollars inside that casino. You guys are charging people $50 minimums on the roulette table. And then $75 at the end. $75 minimums on the roulette table. Where the fuck are we? This isn't in Las Vegas. This is Andover, fucking Maryland. And we got $75 minimums on the fucking roulette table. What are we doing? We got $35 minimums on the craps table. What are we doing?
And your Uber drivers can't drive.
And your Uber driver, his dashboard's lit up like a goddamn Christmas tree. He needs service. He needs to check his flat tire. He needs to check his brakes. He needs a fucking oil change. He's got a fucking airbag that doesn't work. Bro, what is Uber doing? How do you just let this guy drive? What the fuck is that?
Did you see the one in the top right corner, the light that was on?
No, I was fucking terrified.
It said, you owe your child support. It was weird. It's just like every light that has ever known to this guy was on. It was insane. But yeah, it was fun. It was a good time for sure.
Yeah, that wasn't, but everything else was great.
I'm glad we went. We got an experience in the casino, but fuck. Woof.
Yeah, and hey, if any of you guys that we were talking to in the tailgate are actually listening to this podcast, welcome to the squad.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no doubt.
That was fun.
So, let's move on. We had also in action this past weekend, Penn State, who also won, but they almost fucked up.
Yeah.
They were actually tied 14-14 at one point in that game.
And this is the difficult thing about like listening to it on the radio, like it's a little more difficult to really get a grasp on what happened if we could
we were
see
driving
it
during the game.
But I don't know. I'm waiting for the Penn State letdown and it's coming. It always comes. It always cooms. So just got to accept the coom.
I don't know, man. They're officially like selling alcohol now, so I don't know.
Can they lose one game and still make the Big East championship?
Big Ten.
Like crazy shit has to happen though, right?
Big Ten.
Yeah, what'd I say?
Big East.
Yeah, but some crazy shit has to happen for that to happen.
Well, the crazy shit that would have to happen is that like Ohio State would have to like beat Michigan
twice.
and then Michigan would have to like beat Minnesota, and then someone would have to beat Ohio State, and then that's how it would go. But
they have a grueling schedule coming.
Oh, dude, after the bye week, it's absolutely just a murderer's
Who
row.
do they have this week?
They're not at Northwestern.
I won't be able to watch that. I'll be at the wedding.
Yeah, Northwestern at 3:30 this Saturday. The game is home, so it's probably going to be played in a monsoon because we're getting a hurricane this weekend.
This is an outdoor wedding. Am I fucked?
Also, what's funny is I was calling it Andover, Maryland, and it's
Landover.
I
know. I was just letting it go. I saw you. You've been saying that since the beginning, and I was just like, well, he's gonna laugh tomorrow when he realizes it's Landover. And
I corrected myself now. Fuck that shit. Yeah, Northwestern this weekend at home. So, I mean, they should win.
In a rainstorm, though, it's anyone's game.
Yeah, but it might not. It might not be raining. They're kind of inland. I don't know what track the storm's gonna take. Blah blah. But
the thing about Penn State is, and for me, I mean, you could tell me differently for you yourself. It's hard to fully commit to Penn State football because do I think they're a very good team all the time? Yes, I think they are a very good team. Are they great like the other teams in the division? No. And when they do beat one of the great teams like Ohio State or Michigan, then they go make a fart noise on Iowa.
You're
So
right.
it's very hard for me to like give 100% full commitment into Penn State. I'll watch the games and I will be a fan. I truly am, as you know, but I can't I can't give it my all because I just don't trust the fucking team.
Right. So I think that this is like a kind of like the Phillies, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just always happens. Like this is what's going to happen, waiting for the shoe to drop, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
And
I think here's what I think. I think if they beat Michigan,
oh, ooh,
they got some sauce.
yeah, I agree with that.
So I think that's the telling week. I think if they lose to Michigan, I think they're dead. I don't think that they survive. I don't think they make it through with one loss.
They could lose. They could lose another three: Ohio State, Minnesota, and Michigan State. Although Michigan State looks a little soft. Oh, by the way, I wanted to make sure this is very clear to everyone listening. I watched one of the greatest football games I've ever watched on Saturday. That Tennessee game was so much fucking fun. It was so good.
It was awesome.
It was one of the best college games I've watched in a long, long time.
And
Honestly,
maybe it's because you actually watched it.
yeah, it's true.
I
Oh,
think there's a
and
lot. I think college football and basketball for this point are underrated to a certain point because I don't think that a lot of that type of shit is like no one notices it. And I
Yeah.
think it happens a lot. I think it happens more often than we think.
But would you say that like I felt well maybe because we watched college football from fucking 4 o'clock till 1 a.m.
Yeah.
It was like my bachelor party. It was so mm,
Mm. Mm.
beautiful. I mean there was good games all across the board, and I said this at the casino, and I think you guys were agreeing with me, but I don't know if you were just blowing smoke on my ass. But I think there's way more athletes this year than there were last year in any position across college football, anywhere.
It looks like that. Like when you watch the games, it's like everyone looks good. I don't know, it's hard to describe, but like everybody looks fucking fast, and everybody's like making cuts and like crazy catches, and like I don't know. I think that I feel that way this year, especially too. But Hooker was dealing, dude.
That dude's
Like
gonna be
how
an
was he?
NFL
25
starter. Yeah, 24, 25.
or 23 or something? I don't know.
He's a
He was
graduate.
dealing. He was dealing, and led them to victory. But the crazy thing was when the ball hit the top of the fucking field goal post for Arkansas, which would have been a win, and they
Yeah.
ended up losing by 2 because that field goal fucking didn't go in. Wild shit.
It will never happen
Wild
again.
shit.
It will never happen again.
Wild, wild,
never
wild shit.
hit the top of an upright like that ever again.
So Penn State ranked 11 today.
I'm not a fan of the rankings.
I know you don't care about the rankings. Kentucky is ranked number 7. So.
I'll tell you what. I was actually, I don't know. I think I was watching something with the score ticker, and I was like, man, Kentucky's had a decent football program for like almost a decade.
Yeah, they've had a run, man.
Yeah.
Nice run. It's kind of hard to, make noise for them, but is what it is, I guess. So this weekend they have Northwestern. Last weekend, it was not a good game. They were not special. Last weekend against Central Michigan. They were tied at one point. They took the lead into the half, I think 21-14. And then the second half they just clamped down. They didn't give up any points in the second half.
They scored 31.
33.
Total.
And they didn't give up any points in the second half. They scored 12 in the second half and took it home. But this weekend should be a win. They have Northwestern and they are favored by 26 or some shit.
Take Northwestern.
I don't know when. I would love to look this up or something. I don't know when the last time was Penn State covered a fucking 4 touchdown line. Like
Just didn't they do it against
this year?
Yeah, Ohio, I thought.
Did they cover?
Yeah.
There you go.
I could be wrong though. It was
Well,
close.
they were minus 28, and they won by 36. So you're right.
Yeah.
I guess my point is normally when they're favored by 4 touchdowns, that's a complete avoid.
Here's my thing.
Or play the other side.
If it's rainy, like if it can be the way it is, they're not covering. No one's covering that point spread.
Yeah, so rain is possible. It says cloudy right now, but there's a hurricane coming, so nothing is banking on that.
Phillies?
Did anything else crazy happen in college football? I feel like I'm missing something, but maybe not. We watched a lot of college football.
The dude from A&M is dead.
Kansas State beat Oklahoma. That was pretty big.
Yeah, that was a good game.
That was a pretty good game. I don't think anything else. Ohio State looked great again, unfortunately.
Shocker.
Yeah, they're just rolling now on people. I think they played Wisconsin last weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, nothing else. Nothing else. They have Northwestern. Go State.
Go State.
So, the Phillies have been playing some baseball, and
Without a leader.
with apparently leaderless, no one at the helm. The manager sucks. Everybody sucks. Everything sucks, and then they suck. They split with the Braves, and you would think that they didn't even show up for the series.
We need more
Listening
than
to the-
split.
I don't understand why people are so fucking hell bent on this shit. I really don't. They didn't need more than a split. They needed a split. They got the split. It's what they needed. The way that it happens doesn't fucking matter. These guys don't care anymore. Like, if you lose fucking 13-2 or if you lose 3-2, which one do you think hurts more?
And why would you care?
It doesn't fucking matter. They lost. So you split with the Braves, which is exactly what we needed. And now, they're in a good position moving forward. Tonight they didn't win. They played the Cubs, and they're in Chicago, I think, for 3. And they lost tonight 2-1 to the Cubs. The Cubs are not a crazy good team. Does it matter?
That's not a great loss.
No, it's not a great loss. No losses from now on, though, are going to be great losses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I agree.
So they need to win these series. That's what they need to do. So now, unfortunately, since they lost today, they're going to have to rip off 2 in a row against the Cubs. Now, that should not be impossible, but, it is what it is. They got Castellanos back. That's a big deal. They've been missing him in this lineup. It's very obvious. And the dude was a hit machine. I don't care. I know people love to talk shit on him because, he's not hitting 40 homers this year. Like, I know his power numbers aren't there, but people hate him. Do you understand it?
Yeah, I know.
No, but do you understand why?
Oh, well, because he lives in Den Mimmons' house.
That's it. That's me.
No, there's no real because you know what it is. You don't need to ask me this stupid question. It's because they expected 40 home runs and 285, and they're not getting both things that they want, so everyone's gonna cry.
No, I guess it could be that.
Bitches.
I don't know. Bunch of bitches. But they're gonna be. I think they're gonna be fine, and I think they're gonna make the playoffs still. And guess what? All you people that call out Aaron Nola for sucking in September. Anyone, you want to take a stab at his ERA in September this year?
0.67.
No, it's not that good.
Damn it.
2.08.
I said that.
2.08. And Aaron Nola can't pitch in September. Shut the fuck up.
What a stupid ass thing to fucking hang your hat on. Who cares?
Just shut up.
Just
stop hating. Stop hating.
Fucking assholes. Fucking bitch.
Could you guys please root for our baseball team? Why does everybody hate our baseball team? Like, I get it. Football's back. Woo, I get it. I'm fucking big Birds fan. Just fucking went to. Can we root for our fucking baseball team?
No.
My God, it's like pulling fucking teeth around here to get fucking baseball
It's
fans.
been
I don't
10
think-
years of no reason to root for them. So people aren't going to root for them until they make the playoffs, and they probably won't root for them next year. And then when they make the playoffs again, that's when they'll come back.
Oh my God, that's fucking pathetic.
Well, it's
Any-
pathetic missing the playoffs for 10 years, but who are we?
Anyway, so they got 3 against the Cubs and 3, I think, against the Nationals, and then 3 against the Astros. And that's it. They are on the road. The fucking great schedule makers of the world schedule 12 road games in a row for them at the end, and no division opponent at the end, which is fucking stupid.
Touche, MLB. Touche. On to the Sixers. On to the Sixers.
So I don't know who see it, but bro, media day was fucking lit.
It's a circus. I love it.
Oh my God, I couldn't get enough of it. I'm watching this. I'm watching that. I'm watching Maxey take fucking selfie videos with Harden in the background. Like they're vibing already. I love it. I love it. They're taking photos with each other. Fucking Maxey's up there posing with he's like in the big 3 now. Like it's crazy. Like what is that?
It's good news.
We have 3. Do we have 3 legit teams in this city?
Stop. Get out of here. Don't do it.
I mean, isn't it time for that conversation?
2.5.
All right. If the Phillies make the playoffs, so do we have 3 legit teams?
2.75. 2.8.
You're a Phillies hater.
I'm not a Phillies hater. I'm a realistic person.
No, you're not.
Oh, well, here we are.
Actually, you are being very realistic.
I'm just living my best life.
So, what do you have anything about the Sixers other than the fact that James Harden lost 100 pounds?
Yeah, he looks good. I had some things. Something else happened. I don't remember. We'll see. I don't know. Hopefully the Sixers. Do we have the schedule yet? When do we play Brooklyn? Oh, we do have it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm doing something else.
Oh, sorry. Yes, sir. I'll look for it because you made me.
I don't remember when they play them, but I remember we looked it up though, and we were like, oh, I think it's in November somewhere.
I thought it was someone's birthday.
Ooh, that's a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Can you believe, by the way, that people are actually like believing in Ben Simmons again?
I love it.
Like what? What does it take?
October 3rd.
October 3rd. That's early.
Yeah.
Is that a preseason game?
I don't know, is it?
That's
It's on
early.
Ticketmaster.
All right. I mean, that's really fucking early.
It probably is because it's $25.
Yeah, that's got to be a preseason game. It's got to be later, like mid to late, at least mid-October.
All right, well, it's not important. But I don't really got much. I just know
Crash and burn.
November 22nd, January 25th. That's it. 2?
November 22nd.
Yeah.
Okay. We have plenty of time to worry about that.
Yeah. It was media day. It was funny. Haha. Move it on.
You didn't like it?
No, I did. I mean, what are we going to talk about? There's nothing,
No, I'm just saying. Like I loved it.
No, I thought it was cool. I'm team skeptical.
Oh, so you're like worried.
I'm always worried about them.
Is it Harden?
Actually, it's just the collection of Doc that's got me a little more fucked up than any other players.
Oh, that's right. You don't like Doc.
Glenn.
Sorry, Glenn, as you call him. Yeah. See, it's funny. Like, why aren't you a believer there?
With the Sixers?
Yeah. Like, what did he do to you?
It's just letdown after letdown. I'm not a believer in anyone until I see something. I didn't believe I'd ever get married, and here I am.
It happened. It's true. It happens.
Somehow.
Well, I don't know. I'm looking forward to basketball. I know there's not really much going on there, so there's not really much to talk about. But I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited for it.
I didn't say
What-
I wasn't excited.
I know. Well, what about hockey though?
Who cares?
We got hockey coming. We got hockey action.
Yeah, they have fucking preseason or training camp, and Tortorella said everyone needs to come early, and they all did. So, like, at least they're listening.
Yeah, I mean, I think I did not see anything. I just know that they've started preseason games. You know, I don't know what the fuck to think about that. That whole situation is just a disaster,
It doesn't
Really
make
is.
sense.
and it's sad, man.
That's
Why we just cut that out of the podcast. We don't. Every time we go to hockey, we're just like the energy goes through the fucking floor.
I mean, what are we supposed to talk about? How we have no idea what they're gonna do, and we're not real fans because we won't watch bad fucking hockey. I don't. It's not worth the energy. They're a bad fucking team, and hopefully they prove me wrong and I shut the fuck up. But till then, they're bad.
Well, and just at the same thing, like what why would someone? I don't know anyone that's doing this, but why would anyone give them like a free pass, or be like, oh well, maybe they can turn it around? Like, why would you be like that with them and then like say the Phillies are a piece of shit? I don't get it. Raider Frank, I don't get it. Please explain yourself to me.
Raider Frank is one of the dumbest people I've ever talked to in my entire life. I hope he's listening. You fat piece of bacon.
He hates the Phillies, every single thing they do. And then he talks so highly. He's like so excited about Tortorella, but like at the same time he hates them, but he loves them. And he's like, "Where's my discount card? I'm a season ticket holder."
Yeah, that guy is.
Guy, he's a must follow, guys. Raider Frank 65.
He hates my guts. I didn't even know what I did to him.
Did you disagree? How dare you?
Probably, yeah. Fucking Twitter's a toxic wasteland.
Listen, let's get over to the gambling because the Flyers suck. So
I love it. I love it.
fuck them. What'd you do last week?
I don't know.
We sucked last week. We went like 7-1 2
Yeah.
weeks ago. Last week we like made everybody go broke. If you followed us,
So we're back to 0.
sorry, not sorry. So Kenny, you had what'd you have? Oh man, you had Seattle -2.5.
They lose?
That was
Yeah.
that was
Come
a
on.
loss. Fucking lost to the fucking Falcons.
Seattle's bad.
You had the Bengals -4.5. That was a win.
Thank you.
That's a win. Bills -5.5. Terrible.
Mm.
Steelers +4.5. Equally as terrible.
Jeez. Yeah, I mean, what was that?
1-3. They laid an egg against the Browns, man, on Thursday night. That was like Thursday night football. Ooh.
Oh,
They need
we
to,
got a
like-
London game.
We do.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Fantasy nerds, make sure you set your lineups by the game starts at 9:30 in the fucking mornings. Don't miss your running back. I don't miss that shit. I'll tell you that.
That was one of the funniest. That's almost as good as Merle's sack of the game. That shit. Fuck. That was funny. Yeah, you bunch of closet nerds still living in your parents' basement. Set your schedule.
Yeah. I was one of you until last year.
It's been
This
like
year.
3-4 years for me. It's been
This
great.
year.
It's
I
liberating.
should be clear. This year.
Liberating.
Liberating. Very liberating. Just like the remote in the hotel room. So we have to tell this story. Just quick. We were in this hotel, and the hotel was, I will not name the hotel, okay?
I will.
But no. But the hotel, like, it seemed like it was gonna be cool. Like it seemed like it was gonna be fine. You know,
It smelled like shit.
it smelled like raw sewage in the fucking hotel lobby, like raw shit, right? And then like we're walking through, and every vending machine says like no water, we're out of water, cash only.
Sorry
No,
for the inconvenience.
yeah, no water, and like, all right, so, well that sucks. We'll just buy water at Wawa, fine. So then we go in and we're like in the room, whatever. We're supposed to have 2 king size beds. We have 1 king size bed and 1 queen size bed. Listen,
for
when
us.
when dudes are sleeping in beds, king versus queen, it matters.
Yeah.
It matters, right? So that's why it's a
Did
big
you
deal.
have the king or did we have the king?
We had the king.
Jesus Christ.
Shout out Matt Wickman.
Did he get it?
Get what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
So
Played me like a fool.
also we're sitting in there, we're chilling in there, watching college football, whatever. And I'm trying to fuck with the TV, but like I can't see any of the buttons on the TV remote because it's in this plastic bag with black ink written all over it. And I like ripped that shit off, and I
Like,
fucking
imagine when you were a kid and you wanted the fruit snacks, you know, the Welch's fruit snack is in the blue bag. That was fried like a fucking bear trying to get in there.
so I ripped that shit off. And I'm using the remote, and like 20 minutes later or something, somebody finds it, and I'm like so fucking zoned at the TV. I'm like staring at the TV. I didn't even hear anybody talking to me. They fucking said, "Yo, dude, what the fuck? Why'd you rip this bag off the remote? It says remove on the fucking bag." I didn't even fucking read it. They had a COVID bag on the remote. What is the
Yeah.
bag gonna do?
It's just gonna spread germs from the bag and not the remote.
Someone explain to me, what does a bag do? Wipe the remote with the Clorox wipe. Who gives a fuck? Why does you need a bag on it?
I gotta
Anyway.
believe at that hotel we stayed at.
The
was not
ice had black
following-
shit in it. The ice had black shit in it. You're telling me that like water, bottled water and ice is less important than keeping a bag for COVID on the remote? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Come on. Come on. Get the fuck out of here. Fix your ice machine. How am I supposed to drink Bullet with no ice? The fuck? I'm pouring cold water in a cup with Bullet. Fucking poverty drink.
Wait. People have bad Wi-Fi.
Slow ass Wi-Fi. Like what the fuck? Oh man. Anyway,
This is derailed. Let's go.
I know that's fine. I had Niners -1.5 loss. Kansas City -6.5 loss. Pats +3 loss, and Minnesota and NCAA -2.5. That was a win. So we both went 1-3. Not a banner week for the podcast. Not a banner week. So Kenny, it's time. The time has come for you to give me your picks. And you like to usually go all NFL. So hey, that's fine. You can do whatever you want.
Vikings -2.5.
Quick fire. I like it. That was no questions asked right there.
I like that one, especially in London.
Oh, they're playing the London game?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I got you.
Mm.
No, the Vikings are +2.5.
What? That's not what it says. Hold on.
The Vikings are +2.5.
I have -2.5.
Not for the Vikings.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
not for the
No, you're right.
Vikings?
You're right. I read it wrong.
Apologize.
I'm sorry that I'm an idiot and I read it wrong.
I like. I want Denver.
Ooh. Riding the coattails of that fucking electric offensive machine.
No, I mean the Raiders. Sorry, they got to get a win. Raiders -2.5.
You're going against Denver.
Yeah. Sorry. The Raiders got to get a
shit.
win, man.
I agree. Raiders -2.5. That's probably a lock, honestly, because they do need to win. They're 0-3, and heads will roll. Heads will roll.
Cowboys -3.
Hmm.
I don't care. Commanders are fucking terrible.
So you're just fade commander mode?
Yeah. Every week I will fade them. And I like the Browns -1.5 because I feel like the Vikings are riding high. Or Vikings. Jesus Christmas cards are realistic. The Falcons are riding high from winning last week.
I have it at 3, so I'm sorry, I have it at 1, so you're gonna get 1, okay?
Okay.
Browns -1. Got it. So I'm gonna go NCAA, and I'm gonna take Michigan on Saturday. -11 over Iowa. I don't think Iowa's going to score.
Fuck Iowa.
And I think Michigan will probably struggle a little bit to begin with. And I also know this. Playing in Iowa for some unknown reason is like a fucking black hole.
It's a trap.
Weird shit happens in there, man. But I think Michigan rolls them, and I think that covering the 11, I think they do cover the 11. I don't think they'll win by like fucking 50, but I think they'll win by 17. So I'm taking Michigan. I'm also going to take Mississippi. Ole Miss is at home. They're 4-0, and they're playing Kentucky. Everyone's really high on Kentucky. I'm just going to fade that a little bit and go Ole Miss -6.5. On Sunday, I'm going to take the Detroit Lions. Give me the Lions. Everybody, man, the Lions are different this year, I think. And I think everybody's kind of seeing that, but they're playing the Seahawks. They're at home, and I like them to get the win. So I'm taking the Lions -4.5.
Dub city.
And my last pick is going to be the Panthers.
Wow.
The Panthers are at home, and the line is mainly the reason why I'm taking this game. I also believe that this game will be played possibly in rain, maybe. So that should slow Kyler Murray down a little bit, and so I think the Panthers are going to take down Arizona at home this weekend. Panthers -1. So that's it. Those are the picks for the week. Hopefully they don't go. I mean, it can't be much worse. Well, it could be worse, but it can't be much worse. Hopefully win some games. I don't know. Whatever. It's funny. Like, I give out picks on this podcast, and I don't usually remember what they are. And then when I'm actually betting, I don't even know if I bet my own picks.
Yeah, it does get a little like confusing.
Maybe I should just start doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wait.
What?
The Brewers are losing.
That's good.
It's very important.
Very
Brewers.
important.
Fuck you, Brewers. All right.
Fuck the Phillies. This is an Eagles podcast now.
Hey, if you're a new listener, welcome. And thank you for making it this far on our 50th episode.
These deadly women.
All right. Like, share, all the things. We love y'all, and we'll catch you next week after another Birds win. No, I don't know.
They win.
I don't know.
Go
I think it's announced.